What's up, everybody? I'm hoping you can see me okay. I'm not sure about the lighting here. Clean that lens off a little bit. Got lens flare going on in the back. Let me try this. Ooh, that just makes it really dark. You know what? We'll do this. This one. Hey, there we go. How's everybody doing? Got to set up. I'm traveling, so we got to kind of test this out and set it up. There's no way to test before I actually go live. So, unfortunately, this is what we got. All right, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. I am traveling this week. I'm in Corpus Christi. If anybody is in Corpus Christi or you know anybody in the area, look me up. I'm here for another few days, just kind of checking things out. I wanted to get some sun and sand, which unfortunately I've been here for 4 days. Today is the first day the sun comes out. So I got a few more days. Hopefully it stays that way. All right, what are we talking about today? Today we are talking about functional strength. What is functional strength? All right. Hi, everybody. We've got the same issue, guys. If you are in and making comments, go ahead and introduce yourself. Say hi. I'm going to actually open up another tab here. Let's see if this works. See if I can open up another tab. I'm going to go to Facebook and see if I can watch myself. See how that works. Let's see here. Groups. Then I can see comments. Hey, there's comments. All right, Jill, Renee, how you doing, guys? Carla, you liked it. Hopefully that means you're watching too. And I'll just have to refresh this every once in a while. That works. All right. What are we talking about? Today we are talking about what is functional strength. We've talked about what is functional fitness before. We've talked about what is strength before. Let's put the two things together. Um, when we talk about strength, we're talking literally the definition of strength is your ability to move weight from point A to point B. Okay. The stronger you are, the more weight you can move. The stronger you are, the further you can move it. Okay. That's pretty simple. What does that mean to you? And that's where the really cool thing about the word functional comes into play. Okay. Functional is what brings all of fitness. That's why I love the term functional fitness. Functional fitness, functional strength, basically what it does is it takes the general idea of fitness, the general idea of strength, and makes it laser focused, boom, right at you. Okay. You can decide what functional is for you. Now, that doesn't mean there isn't an optimal level. There aren't some things that we can set as benchmarks that most people should be able to do. But what it does mean is you do not have to assess yourself or set your goals or set expectations for where you're trying to go based on anybody else. It is 100% based on what you want to do with your life, the quality of life that you want to have, and the things that you want to be able to do. Okay. And let me use that as an example. Personally, for me, I want to lift heavy weight. I enjoy the challenge of trying to move things as heavy as possible in as many different ways as possible. It has nothing to do with my day-to-day life. It is completely extra and on top, but it's what gives me satisfaction, contentment, and a sense of accomplishment in my fitness. And it's just mentally, it's a way for me to have goals and strive to achieve things. Okay. So for my lifestyle, for my quality of life, I need that extra thing outside of what my daily physical requirements are. All right. That's me. Maybe you are working towards just being able to get through a day and not feel completely wore out at the end of the day. For you, your functional, your definition of functional is being able to get out of bed by yourself, being able to walk up and down the stairs, do laundry, go to work, drive your car, play with your kids, play with your grandkids, play with your pets, right? Maybe it's your what you do at work. Maybe you do things at work that require you to be active. Maybe you do things at work, guys. This is something that's actually blowing my mind right now. Because I'm traveling, I am in a little Airbnb there's no place for me to sit down with my computer that works. Like there's a counter here, but it's just at that right level where I feel like I'm super hunched over trying to do anything if I sit in the chair. And then there's a table that it's I feel like I'm uh I don't even know what the word is. I feel like I'm a little kid because the table and the chair don't work, and it's just it's a weird thing. So what I did is there's a standing like bar table, and I've been standing for 3 days for 8 hours a day doing work and other things. I feel absolutely amazing. I am totally getting a standing desk when I get home. I'm not sitting at my desk anymore. It's just not happening. I've been able to work consistently for longer before I feel like I need to take a break. I actually have worked for several hours longer than I normally do before I feel like I need to take a break. You can't fall asleep at the computer if you're standing up. It's really hard to do that. Okay. So for anybody who's in meetings, getting tired, or you're trying to do a spreadsheet and you just the numbers kind of fuzz all together and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do it anymore. Get a standing desk. It makes a total difference. Okay. The amount of physical energy, mental energy that you have to put into sitting still or even stand, just being in front of a computer is actually can be benefited. You can get better at that by exercise. So that's something that your quality of life, your ability to perform on the job can be something that plays a factor into what you determine, how you define what functional means for you, right? There's a whole bunch of different things that go into it. And the cool thing about it is, what do you want? What is going to make your life better? That's what we're talking about. Now, there's a couple things that play into that, right? When we talk about developing functional strength, right? Let's see if we got other people. Let's see. Carla Inch, love that. Yes, Renee. Now I just want to be able to walk up the stairs. So Renee, how's your butt feeling? I got a message from Renee. I'm totally putting you out there, Renee. She said she doesn't like me. Her butt doesn't like me anymore. She started doing the workout, the at-home workouts. I'm super happy for you, Renee. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Um, and just keep it going. Keep it going. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. So there's a couple things you need to think about when you are talking about how do I develop functional strength. Okay. Um, the first thing is define what it means, right? We just talked about the definition is up to you. What do you want to be able to do? So think about that. Take some time, be introspective, do some meditation, do some quiet time, take a walk around the block, whatever it is. Sit down on your couch, talk to your family, whatever you need to do. Talk to your friends, talk to yourself, right? What do I want to be able to do in my life? Write it down. Set some goals. Give yourself some very specific things that you want to be able to do. What will define you as being functional in your life? Okay. Step one, write it down. All right. Give yourself a time frame. I want this one to happen in the next 3 months. I want this one to happen in the next 6 months. I want this one to happen in a year, whatever it may be. Okay. If you don't write it down, it's just a wish. It's not a goal until you write it down, guys. Okay. So remember that. Step number one, what is functional to you? What things do you want to be able to do? All right. Step number two, find a plan, find a program, start doing something consistently. It doesn't matter if you get the at home program, it doesn't matter if you get a personal trainer, if you go to a gym, start doing something every day that's going to move you closer to that goal. Okay. Doesn't have to be a lot, just something more than what you've been doing. Because if you haven't been doing anything, then anything is going to be more and is going to move you in that direction. You want to define where you're going and then start moving that direction. And I have a sneeze coming. And it stopped halfway. Um, All right, so start moving in that direction. The easiest way to start moving in that direction is obviously to get a coach, find a program that you can follow that's going to help you along the way. All right. So I highly recommend the one that I know of. I know the guy personally. He really spends a lot of time trying to make sure that everyone can get the work that they need to at the level that they're at. And he's always there to answer questions and help people out. So if you ever have any questions about what that program is, just ask. Ask anybody in the group, and it's there for you guys to use. Okay. So that being said, the third thing, understand that when you're actually doing the work, okay, this is a really big thing. Um, your movement matters more than how much you move, right? Let me add to that a little bit. The quality of your movement means a lot more than how much you move. I would rather have you do 5 slow, solid squats with no weight at all and feel like that took so much concentration, that took so much effort to do it properly that you almost feel like I didn't get any work out of it, than grabbing 30 pounds and trying to squat with 30 pounds, go really fast, or even if you go slow, but not do it properly and be like, oh my gosh, that was so heavy. I don't think I can do that again. Okay. You're going to get more benefit from going slow and feeling like you didn't get a workout. This is a whole mind blowing thing, guys. I know everything that I tell you guys is completely just the antithesis of everything you've ever heard. I would rather have you move slow, deliberately, and properly and feel like you didn't get a workout, okay, than move fast and heavy and feel like you just completely gas yourself out. Because what's going to happen? If you move slow and deliberately when you start and you focus on the form and technique when you start, that will last you for the rest of your life. And you will do several things. You will activate the proper muscles. You will develop the foundation of strength in the proper mechanics of movement. You will reduce your risk of injuring yourself while you're exercising, and you will reduce your risk of getting injured doing anything at all because you're teaching your body how to move properly even when you're not working out. Okay. So even if you don't feel like you got to work out sometimes, if you're going slow, you're moving deliberately, and you're doing the movement properly, that is better for you in the long run than just throwing on a bunch of weight and cranking some stuff out. Okay. So that is where the rubber meets the road when it comes to functional. Functional is twofold. It is, what do you need to do in your life? Where are you? What are your goals? What's your quality of life need in order for you to enjoy your life, right? To express your freedom. The second aspect of it is the actual movement that you're doing needs to be something that is sustainable and can keep you going until you drop dead, right? You should be able to deadlift until you're 95 years old, and you pass out and you die on the deadlift platform. They take you to the cemetery, and on the cemetery is a gravestone that looks like a barbell, and it says, I died doing what I love, right? That's what we want. We want to be able to do whatever we want to do till the day we die. Okay, we don't want to be locked up in a bed, locked up in a wheelchair, locked up in an old folks home, whatever it is. We want to be self-reliant and independent as long as possible. Okay, movement, proper movement, functional movement is going to do that for you. All right, developing strength the slow way, progressing slowly, following the process and not trying to shortcut anything, not trying to overdo it. Hey, here's another one. I know there's some people watching right now that need to hear this. The more work you do is not going to speed up the progress. The more work you do is not going to speed up the process. In you are not growing. If you're not resting, you're not growing. You need to take time off. You cannot work yourself to your goals. You need to work and rest yourself to reach your goals. Okay, something to keep in mind. All right, let's see what people are doing here. We got Bronson can't. Cam, what are you talking about? That's awesome. Yes, Renee, eccentric work is awesome. Yes, slow work, fantastic. I love it. Let's look at all, see if I can see all the comments. Wait, I can't see all the comments. Why isn't it showing me all the comments? Facebook is awesome and horrible sometimes. All right, if you guys have a question, see if I close this and open this. Nope, I can't see it. I see 20 comments in the thing, but I can't see what they actually are. If anybody has a question, that's really all I've got to say, guys. It's a quick one today. It's really just about understanding that functional strength is up to you to decide what that is. I can't tell you what it is. If I'm working with you in a one-to-one session, or even just being part of this group, right? You have to determine what that is. If I ask a question, just like with nutrition, if you have a question for the group, if you have a question for me, I'm always going to start with, what are you trying to do? What's your goal? Where are you going? Because that is going to frame the response and the recommendations that you get from myself and other people, because it's all about you. It is all about you and where you want to go, guys. All right. So I hope that was informational. It was a quicker one today because it was pretty simple, but it's definitely something I think everyone needs to hear. Functional strength is needed. You can determine what it is. The movement matters more than the frequency. As long as you're consistently moving your body and trying to do it well, you will see progress over time. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. I got to put that on a t-shirt. All right, guys, take it easy. We'll see you next week.